The day has come. We get to put the backsplash on the back. Emma's going to be pleased. And wait until you see this backsplash. We're going to be sticking her up with EBT. I've cut out for the sockets, I've cut out for the USB, I've cut the size, so it just needs basically gluing up and pushing back onto the panel. Not rocket science. But I will tell you, I am going to be recording it for TikTok as well. So if you're not followed us on TikTok, get over there, The Urban Explorer. You'll find me. I'm the knob doing van stuff. Got it in, got the socket in, I've braced at this end just to keep this nice and tight. This end seems to be holding fine. Next thing to do is the big reveal. And just like magic, she appeared with accessories. Happy? Do you like? Right, so now, like I said, Emma has accessorised the kitchen. No surprise there. We've got to make a drawer for there, and we've got to make a drawer for underneath the actual cooker as well, for big pots and pans. And I don't know whether we're going to go with this style of runner for the drawers, or whether we're going to go with this style of runner. Haven't decided. We've got one of each, so possibly use this one for underneath the drawer, underneath the pot pan drawer underneath the cooker, because it's a little bit more stronger and a bit more sturdier, and it will hold a little bit more weight. And then possibly use these ones for just a kitchen drawer, because it's only going to be for like knives and tea towels, and it doesn't have to be heavy duty or nothing like that. So yeah, there you go. So what I've done is I've measured the size of the actual hole. We need to put a couple of braces in either side, just so the tracks can sit on. So get your tracks on first, and then measure the distance between each of your tracks, and then build your cupboard build your drawer to that spec. Because a lot of people build a cupboard drawer, put the tracks on, and then realise it doesn't fit. So get these fitted and mounted first inside your actual places where you're going, and then measure your distances between each one. It sounds obvious, and it sounds like I'm trying to tell you how to suck eggs, but loads of people make the mistake of building a drawer and then trying to fit in a hole, and then realise that the hole is 2 centimetres shorter because you forgot about the tracks. Know what I mean? Right, let's get cutting some wood, making some drawers, and getting them fixed in. This should be fun, because I have made absolutely 0 drawers in my life. This will be fun. The way we're making our cupboards is just basically 4 sides, put them all together just like that, fit the inside one in, glue it down the edges, then brad nail, put a bottom on it, and that is as strong as can be. So, done the kitchen one, now to do the big pot pan drawer. Let's get on with it. All we need now is a bottom. Right, made a few adjustments to the box. One is that I have tapered the front down, because we're going to have furniture board on here, and where the locking mechanism needs to go, we don't need to go through this as well, so it will just sit on the top of the furniture board and then lock into the top. Also at the back, I've cut out a scoop in the back so we can get access to the gas. So when the cupboard's open, you can get your hand through and you can get access to the gas taps in the back and turn them off. Just a little bit makes sense. Right, now to get it in and mount it on some sliders. Right, little tip for you when you're doing low drawers. Get yourself a block of wood, put it on the floor in the middle, and then put your cupboard on top of that. That way you're going to get clearance from the floor with your cupboard. Gone and cut the drawer the wrong way, haven't I? Oops! Right, this'll have to go straight. Oopsie. Don't tell Emma. I fucked up. We'll fix this. Don't tell Emma. Back in a minute. Right, well, it's closed. Bloody lovely. Right, we're going to put a front on this now, and then that will be done. And you can still get to the gas through the back of there as well. Let's go get Emma and see if she notices.
Ooh, fancy.
Do you like the way I put them two little designs either side?
I do, my love, yes.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
You still get through to the gas?
Yeah.
Is that big enough for you for pots and pans?
No. Needs
What?
to be bigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm booping your snoot. Honk.
Yeah, my pots and pans should fit in there. If I stack them neatly and accordingly. Jobs are good, and son.
Right, well, we got the second to last door on. We got it all trimmed up. And now it's time to fit these little fellas. These are push lock latches. You'd have all seen them. Basically, when you shut the door, you push that in and it locks. Now, loads of people have problems fitting these. We don't.
He lies.
We don't. And
Point in case.
I'm going to show you just how to fit them. Right, one important thing. The inside of your door frame is there, okay? So your door will fit on builds over the frame. It fits past the frame. So you measure, put your measuring tape on the inside of the door, close your door over, and then you can see there's 4, so it's just over 3 centimeters, 3 1/4 centimeters. So we need to measure from there 3 1/4 centimeters in, which will be there, and that is where the edge of the inside will go. You have to take into consideration the lip on this, which is 5mm. That's a 5mm lip. So it's no good having this meet the edge, because when you push this lock, it's going to push onto it. So you need to have your switch 5mm back. Now, here's the other trick. We measure from the edge of the switch to the middle of the button, which was 2.5 centimeters. Okay, so 3.5 plus 2.5
6
is 6 centimeters. So we have the middle line on 6 centimeters, which will give us the perfect gap. 3.5 centimeters will be to there, and then we want this just to miss it. So don't forget the inside measurement plus your 2.5 centimeters, add them together, and then that's where the middle of your switch needs to be, and you'll get it spot on every time. And that way, When the door catch is shut, the door catch will sit just about there, and then on the inside of your door you have one of these little things that the switch just fits behind it. So that's why you give it a couple of mil, just so you've got clearance when the door is shut for this to clear past it, and then when it's locked, that goes in and catches onto the back of that. It doesn't matter whether you're out further a couple of millimeters, but definitely don't want to be in this way anymore. The hole that we need to drill needs to be able to take this push button. When you measure it, it's 18 mil. We're going to be drilling the hole with one of these boys. You can just use a normal spade cutter, or if you've got a big bit, but we're using one of them which is actually designed to cut for these. The only thing I will say with them is that when they do go blunt, they can start ripping your furniture board apart, and it's just a bit of a mess. So I like to just go real slow and make sure you're cutting through the laminate on the front of the board first, and just don't go mad for it, because it will just turn up and it will just split and rip stuff. They're a bit messy. Just take your time with them and you'll be alright. And there we go. Nice clean cut front. No score marks around there, and exactly the same on the back as well. Then we can take our outer piece, which has got little, it's serrated on the edge there and it's raised, so once you get this on, it'll just push in and that will stay in place. They never really come out. You don't need to add glue to them because they never seem to go, you know, if you get real crappy ones, they fit and they're loose, but if you get a decent set of locks, they will stay in forever. Right, so once you've got your lock on, just put it on by hand first, and then what I like to do is just make sure that your catch will work properly on the front. Make sure there's nothing blocking it, and then you can get yourself a pen, mark your two holes, make sure it's all nice and straight, or some people like to draw a line from top to bottom, but there's no real need to do that. You know, unless you're Stevie Wonder, you can see it straight. Take something that you can make a dent in the actual surface of the laminate, get it right in the middle, and then make sure you break through the surface of the laminate. So that's one. So we can now get that one in now. Once it's nice and straight again, exactly the same on the bottom. Get your poker, make a dent in the wood, go through the laminate and screw it in. Right, one important thing with these catches, don't screw them like absolutely crazy. You know, don't go absolutely mad making sure that tight to the wood that there's no play in them, because what I found out is if you tighten these up absolutely crazy, the actual latch mechanism for some reason doesn't want to work properly. So just put them in hand tight. So there's a little bit of wiggle on it, and then that will work absolutely perfect. Now what you can do, once you've done that, you want to find the middle of our wood, which is there. Open the door, and then just on there, we're going to take the latch mechanism, and we're just going to attach that to the door there with 2 screws. Make sure this is unlocked in the unlock position, and then when we close it, this catch that opens up there will catch on the inside of this, keeping this door nice and shut. lock it. Hopefully there's no wobble. Not a bit of wobble in that at all. Same as that one. Not a bit of wobble in that, so that's fine. Unlatch it and the door will open. That's fine. So we're nearly done with the kitchen. That's nearly finished. We've just got to put a front on that drawer and then just put a latch on it to lock it all up when it's in transit. And then that is the kitchen.
Done.
Well, that's it. Took us a few days, probably 3 days, 4 days in total to finish the kitchen off. Get it all looking nice. Got all the doors on. Everything's in place. Everything works. The water works. The clean water works. The fresh water works. The water works. Basically, the gas works, everything works, the oven works, all the doors work, pop out, the drawer works. It just works, you know what I mean? It just works. Also, one little thing that we've done is, because of a night time when you're coming into the van, it's quite dark and we didn't want all the lights, you know, being able to turn on. So Emma purchased these from IKEA. Now, what I done, because I've got an obsession with LED lights, is underneath there, I routed some lights in it. We fitted a little switch up here, so when we're outside and we open the door, we can just turn that light on. And it gives us a perfect light for when we're coming in the van of a night time. And to be honest with you, when you're sitting in the van, it's quite nice. It just sort of lights this area up and makes it look nice and clean. So, let's have a little look at the kitchen. We've also got Poppy's bed down there. Under the sink there's plenty of storage. It's just full of tools at the minute, so we've got plenty of storage under the sink. The sink is there. I did cut a chopping board out of a piece of excess worktop, which literally just fits inside the sink. So nice big deep sink. That works. All works fine. And then that comes out as well. That's getting stuck underneath. Got the fresh water one there, so that's just literally fresh water that we can fill up out of a bottled water from a shop. The nice backsplash. Emma got all these, and we also got a magnetic backboard as well. Hung them on hooks, and then you're just on a magnetic catch there. Little pot thing, don't know what that's for, haven't got a clue. Got 240 off the inverter, 240 off hookup. Also got a set of USBs, USB 3 there. Got plenty of storage there. Got one drawer there, which has got plenty in, and that's fine. That looks nice. Emma's little pull-out drawer there, and obviously the cooker, which all works perfect. Also, things may have escalated with the shower, but you'll have to watch next week's video to see the rest of that. But one thing we have done is this. At the side of the shower, we finished all this off. So you've got a laundry basket there, got a nice shelf there, all the water for the shower is behind there, and then inside there, which we still need trim for, is loads of shelves. And in there is going to be mixer, microphone, laptop, and I can work out of there with ease. It's also got a load of USBs in the back on the switch pack, so we can charge everything up off the back of them. It's a bit dark in there, but as you can see, that's all nicely finished off. Couple of little jobs, bit of edging trim, bit of finishing on the back, That's all in nice and properly. And then we've got one great big door that still needs edging, and it doesn't touch there at all. As you can see, there is a gap behind, so it's not touching the actual furniture boards on this one, but just shuts nice and then locks. And that is going to be a mobile sound booth. Right, well, I'm going to put the kettle on, make a cup of tea, but before I do, 65% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. That makes me sad. I can't force you to subscribe, but, you know, there's a little button down there somewhere. It costs absolutely nothing. So, make a cup of tea, subscribe, go and watch a few videos, leave us some weird comments, thumbs up, all that good stuff, and then next week you can probably gather what's coming next week. The second shower build. But look, is the shower complete? Well, no, not right now it's not, because we're still waiting for edge and trim. I seem to be waiting all my life for edge and trim. Anyway, right, cup of tea. Whatever you do, do it well. Go and get a van, build it, just go and explore. I'm having a brew. Catch you later.
Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got our lines crossed? We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart and I won't dare